you see all these people at the gym 75 days a week and you're like, not interested. I have other things to do. I have a life to live. You want the gym to be part of your life. You don't want the gym to be your life. Turns out you don't have to be that person if you don't want to be, and still get really good results and still make a lot of progress. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Coach Magali. If this is your first time here, welcome. And on this channel, I talk all about how to maximize your workout routine, learn proper nutrition, lose the weight, build muscle, all of that stuff. And also coming at it with a no BS approach to just give you the facts and the truth of what you really need to know. So if you're into content like that, please don't forget to subscribe down below, like the video, letting me know and the YouTube algorithm know that you do enjoy content like this. And let's get into how to get incredible results, be in shape, lose weight, build muscle with only going to the gym 3 times a week. Let's get into it. So where we're going to start this video is making a very clear separation between exercise and weight loss. When you exercise mainly to lose weight, when you're thinking of exercise as calories burned, you automatically think, well, the more times I go, the more weight I'm going to lose, the more results I'm going to get. And that just simply is not the case. How many people do you know that are in the gym all the time and don't change? That's because, unfortunately, exercise just does not burn that many calories, or as many calories as we think it does. Our watches, our activity trackers, treadmills, cardio machines lie to us, basically, and tell us that we burn this much when in reality it's down here. It's not about going as much as you possibly can, because it's not an efficient way to go about losing weight. It's going to take a lot more time. It's physically impossible for most people to spend as much time in the gym as they would need to actually burn off a bad diet. If you've watched any of my videos or are familiar with how weight loss works, you know that it comes down to your diet. And I think we all understand this on a surface level, but it really just comes down to eating the right amount of food for your body and your goals, and making sure that we're consistent with that, doing it every week, every day. What you should be looking at exercise for is performance goals, improving your body composition and building muscle and getting stronger and setting PR goals and things like that, because that is what exercise is for. And when you look at it from that lens, you can understand why we don't have to go to the gym every single day. We don't have to be in the gym hours and hours and hours, because if we are controlling our diet, which is the most important thing when it comes to weight loss and fat loss, then the gym is something that will enhance our life, that will add to our lives. It will be fun and exciting, because it no longer carries the same pressure and the same dread. Again, it's not even like, oh, don't do it because it's bad for your mental health. Like, guys, it literally is such an ineffective way of losing weight. It will take you forever to burn off the excess calories that you're eating in your diet if you don't control it. And it's just a miserable process. Again, most likely impossible, because I know most of you either have been there or know somebody who's been a cardio bunny and is at the gym every single day, yet still doesn't see any progress. It's because we're not attacking the issue here. Once you understand that exercise, it should not be used for weight loss, and just separate those two ideas, you're gonna become a lot more confident going less times to the gym and really maximizing your time while you're there. So let's say you're like, okay, I get that, but what if I want to go to the gym to build muscle? Wouldn't it be better if I go all the time? The answer is no. More is not always better. And in fact, if you're able to go 6 to 7 days a week to the gym and do weight training and do lifting, it's probably a sign that your training routine is not all that effective, because you need to be pushing very intensely. You need to be getting quality sets while you're there. You can't do that if you're going all of the time. Your body would not physically be able to recover and be able to put in that effort. So you're just going there to basically spend time at the gym. You're not really getting an additional benefit. Whether your goal is weight loss, whether your goal is to improve performance, whether it's to build muscle, whatever the reason may be, you can see progress and can see really good results with 3 days a week. You don't need to be going more than that. You're watching this video for me to tell you how to get progress with 3 days a week, but I wanted to preface this video by saying these things because it releases the pressure, like, no, I don't have to be at the gym every day. And not only do I not have to, it would actually hurt my progress in the long run. Let's scratch that thinking. We don't have to be in the gym every single day. Exercise is not for weight loss. It is to improve our lives. It is to enhance our lives, and the diet is where we control the calories, where we will see the biggest weight loss and fat loss results. So how do we actually program a workout split that is 3 days a week and get incredible results, build a ton of muscle, get really strong? So there's a couple ways you can do this. There's 3 workout splits that I really like to program for most of my clients and that I have found the best results with. Keep in mind, guys, there's like literally thousands of ways you can go about this, so I'm not going to get into every single possibility. It would be impossible for me to do that, but I'm going to give you these 3 basic routines that I follow and give to my clients and have seen really good results with. And just pick and choose whichever one fits your schedule, fits your preferences, hits the goals that you care about the most, etc. The first combination we want to work with is 3 full body workout routine. Obviously, per the name, we're doing everything in one session, getting all of the stuff done, upper, lower, core, everything, and we want to repeat that 3 times a week. Second, we have upper lower split. So for this one, you can do 2 upper, 1 lower, 2 lower, 1 upper, depending on what your goals are. Or if you want to combine a full body and an upper lower split, that brings us to our third option, which is a combination of full body and some type of upper lower as well. So this can look like 1 upper, 1 lower, 1 full body, 2 full bodies, 1 upper, whatever your preferences and goals are. Again, it's going to depend, and there's a million possibilities, but ultimately we have full body, we have upper lower split, and then we have a combination of both of those. And those are your 3 options. Just pick and choose one, whichever one fits your schedule, whichever one fits your preferences and your goals, and that's it. If you're doing a full body routine, you want to stick between 2 to 3 exercises per body part. So 2 to 3 upper, 2 to 3 lower, 2 to 3 core, and then sprinkle in a little bit of cardio at the end of that, and you do that 3 days a week. If you're doing a specific upper or lower routine, because you're working with the more specific body part, you can do a little bit more exercises, but again, we don't want to go crazy. More is not always better. Stay between 5 to 6 exercises per session. In the full body sessions, we get a little bit more work done because each body part gets a little less attention, and then the upper lower split, each body part gets a little more attention, so we can do more per body part. Whatever split you choose, you guys, it honestly doesn't matter. I feel like so many people lose so much thought and so much anxiety over what split to choose. It truly does not matter. What matters is what work you're doing over the long term. So how you want your sessions to go: 5 to 10 minute warm-up session, get on the treadmill, go on the Stairmaster, do a couple of arm warm-up exercises. Warm-ups are very individual. It's all going to depend on what your specific goals are, what you want to work on. Again, this is a funny part about fitness, is like it's very simple, but it's also very complex because it's so individual and it's so different for everybody. But truly, just do what you normally do for a warm-up, condense it to 5 to 10 minutes, and then get right into the session. And then you can finish with the 5 to 10 minute cool down / stretching session similar to the warm up. Make it personal, make it individual, whatever you want to do. Because we're condensing the amount of days we're in the gym, each session has to be of higher quality. This is the caveat, right? Like if you just go less days to the gym, but the intensity doesn't change, you're just doing less things, then no, you're not going to see progress. No, you're not going to see results because you're decreasing what you're doing. But if you increase the quality of your sessions, you're pushing yourself, you're adding intensity, you're challenging yourself every time you go, you're trying to be a little bit better every time, that's going to drive results more than how many days a week you go. Again, it's quality over quantity. If your intensity is high enough and you're smart about the exercises that you choose, then you're going to see similar results going 5 or 6 days a week. You might see better results because you're recovering a lot more and you're able to come and attack the next session with a lot more energy versus going 5 to 6 days a week and barely has time to rest. We have to keep that in mind, that because we're condensing our sessions in a week, because we're going less times in a week, our intensity and our intention behind what we're doing has to be a lot higher. Each exercise, stick between 3 to 4 sets, anywhere from 5 to 15 reps, and rest about 2 to 3 minutes in between each exercise. Building muscle efficiently comes from doing really hard sets, resting enough, and not doing a bunch of reps and building a bunch of fatigue. I'm going to put a very generic program on the screen for each of the 3 options that I talked about. Please feel free to screenshot them and use them as templates for your own workouts if you're not sure where to start. But you can substitute any of the exercises that I list there. You can change any machine that you don't have, or maybe you want to do a different one. But if you follow the general guideline, then it's going to be more than enough and it's going to be just as effective. why you don't really want to be doing sets above 15 reps is it's impossible to truly push heavy weight and challenge yourself when you're doing that many reps. Inevitably, the weight's going to have to come down, and those sets take a lot longer, and it just takes up more space. It builds up more fatigue. You don't recover as well from those, and the outcome is the same. If you do 8 reps at 100 pounds versus 15 reps at 50 pounds, the 8 at 100 pounds is going to be a lot more effective because you're building the same amount of muscle, but you're having a lot less fatigue and you're doing it in a shorter amount of time. So again, for those of you who don't want to be in the gym a long time, that you want to go with the heavier, more challenging sets, but doing less of them. So try to condense all of your sets under 15 reps if you can, and sticking to the rest time so that you're able to recover and push each set with just the same amount of intensity and not continuing to get more and more tired as you go on and the quality to suffer. Regardless of the workout split that you choose, you want to have each session a little bit different. So the exercises that you do on full body day 1 should be slightly different on full body day 2, and then again slightly different on full body day 3. If you're doing 2 upper, 1 lower, your upper bodies should be a little bit different, but every single week your workout split should remain the same, and the exercises you do on each day should remain the same as well. So what you do on Monday for full body number 1, you do the same thing Monday, week 2 for full body day number 1. The thing that's going to drive progress and the thing that you want to pay the most attention to is getting progressive overload. And what that means is we're going to be adding a little bit more weight or a little bit more reps, up to 15 reps for as many of the exercises that you can. Keep in mind, sometimes you're not going to be able to progress on everything. That's okay, but your goal is to attempt it, to try, to challenge yourself. Again, because we're doing a lot less things, we're going less times to the gym, we have to really make sure that we're maximizing those sessions by increasing our effort, increasing our challenge, increasing the intensity, and that's driven by 2 things: more weight and more reps. So let's say this week you did 80 pounds for 10 reps. You can either try 12 reps next week, or you can go up to 85 or 90 pounds. Either way, that's going to drive progressive overload, therefore build more muscle, better progress. The last thing that I'll touch on to help condense your workout sessions and make sure you're able to fit everything in 3 days a week is to perform supersets. So basically, supersets are doing 2 exercises back to back with very little rest in between. You do 1 and 1, and then after that you rest for a longer period of time before you repeat that cycle. The thing with supersets is, although they are a great time saver and they're a great option for you if you want to reduce the amount of time you're in the gym and make sure you're able to fit everything in 3 days, you have to be mindful of how you program them. So we just discussed that in order for a session and your sets to be effective, you have to really challenge yourself and push weight, push the quality, push the intensity. If you're doing 2 really intense exercises back to back, it's going to be inevitable that one, if not both of them, are going to suffer in quality, and therefore you're going to reduce the output and the results that you're going to get. A good way to place supersets into your routine is, if you're doing a full body, for example, you place a upper and a lower exercise together because they're working out different body parts. If you're doing upper body only, choosing 2 upper body exercises that are slightly different or work opposing muscle groups so that each body part gets a little bit of a breather while the other one works. You don't want to pair something like a leg press and then a squat together because they're very similar. Just like you wouldn't want to program pull-ups and a bicep curl because they are both using the same muscles extensively, and you're just going to have quality suffer on both of them. Instead, you can do a leg press with a leg curl because one targets more of the quads, one targets more of the hamstrings. You can also do for upper body a pull-up with a lateral raise because, again, they work out different muscle groups. You don't want to be supersetting everything because, again, you're going to build a lot more fatigue. It's going to be very difficult to create quality sets for each of those 2 exercises when you're doing them back to back. But again, if you are short on time, you want to be in the gym less, there's nothing wrong with combining a couple of exercises into that system so that you can save more time and just get more done. And that, guys, is it. So when we're condensing our sessions to 3 days a week, we just have to be very careful that we're not just doing less. We want to be doing less things, but increasing the quality at which we do them. It's been shown over and over again that working out, building muscle, and seeing progress in the gym really comes down to how are you challenging yourself? Are we progressively overloading? Are we adding more weight? Are we adding more reps over time? And that's what drives muscle growth. That's what drives strength, and that's what drives everything that you see in the gym. That's what drives all of the progress in the gym. So as long as you're doing that and you're focusing on quality over quantity, and you're following the schedule and you're being consistent about it, you're watching your diet, 3 days a week is more than enough to see really good results, and you don't have to go more times. If at some point in the near future you want to go more times a week, that's totally fine. But if you're somebody who's busy, you're a mom, you just don't want to be in the gym that often, you can work out 3 days for the rest of your life and be perfectly fine, see just as good results, if not better than some other people. Because again, the more you go, the less the quality is, and we care more about quality here. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope it gave you a little bit of peace knowing that you don't have to be in the gym every day. I know there's a weird pressure on social media that you have to be a gym rat, that you have to like love exercising and be at the gym every day and dedicate your whole life to it. And if you want to do that, that's obviously fine. That's what I do. I'm a personal trainer and I love working out. But even me, I'm not in the gym as often as some of the people that we see on social media. And if you're not interested in that, you don't want that lifestyle, you don't want the gym to take over your life, then don't worry, you don't have to. We have been painted a picture that that's what health and fitness means, and that's just not true. As long as you're doing your 3 days a week, you're pushing your intensity, you're making sure we're being consistent, and you're staying relatively active the other days, meaning you're getting 7,000 to 10,000 steps every single day, controlling your diet if your goal is to lose weight and to maintain a leaner physique, that's the golden secret. It really is that simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you know somebody who is gym obsessed and maybe doesn't want to be, or doesn't really think they cannot be obsessed, send them this video and give them the peace of mind that you do not have to be at the gym every single day to see really good progress. So if you think somebody can benefit from this video, I would appreciate it if you would share it with them as well. If you did enjoy the video, let me know by subscribing down below. I will make more videos like this. Like the video, again, letting me know you enjoyed it so that I can make more. That all being said, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.